In the previous lesson, remember, I gave you list of words and you had to find the synonym, the antonym. Remember, can you please tell me again which words we learned in the last lesson? Which words we did the synonym and antonym? First, let's look at the adjectives. What is the antonym for word boring? What is the antonym of the word boring? Interesting. 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 Okay, let's look at the verb now. Agree and antonym. Disagree, right? Disagree. That was last lesson. I'm not going to review all the words, but I'm just shortly going to remind what we did last lesson. So for today, I'm going to give you 3 types of exercises related to grammar. We have learned so far most important tenses is the present, present simple, present continuous, present perfect, right? We know these tenses. So we know present simple, we know present continuous, we know present perfect, right? And also past. Past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. Yes, we know these tenses. And what model? Yes, future also. Future. Future simple. Do we know future continuous? Do you did we learn the future continuous? Or no? Oh no. Okay. Future simple. That's enough. Future simple. That's enough. And modal verbs. Modal verbs. Safia, can you tell me which modal verbs we had in the lessons? Well, first is a can, must, should, sorry? Would. Next, Kamilhan. May, might, could, need to, have to, and that's all, or we have something else? Let's look again together. Can, must, should, would, may, might, could, need to, have to. 1. Ought to. Yes? It's ought to has the same meaning as should. This one. Should and ought to. Great. So, what tasks? We know list of the tenses. What task I have prepared and what we're going to do. The first portion of the task, I'm going to give, you know what is a passive voice? Do you know what is a passive voice? Safia, do you know what is a passive voice? In our own language, in Uzbek, what is a passive voice? Majhul nisba. Yes? When action is happened by someone. Yes? For example, if I say, I clean the room, how I can construct this sentence in a passive voice? Voice, active voice, is always subject, verb, object. And the formula of passive voice is what? Objective, am is are, plus verb, third column of the irregular verbs, and ed. Yes, with the ending ed. And sometimes we put the preposition by if we have something done by someone. Who can tell me This formula related to which tense of the passive voice? Present simple, past simple, or future, or continuous? If we have in our passive voice am is are formula, it means present simple. Yes? The example that we have just used. I clean the room. Tell me how I can do it in the passive voice. The room is cleaned. Cleaned, great. And how I can add here the preposition by? Who? I or me? Yes, because here I have I. Yes? By me. Just specify why we have used here is, not another to be verb. Because the room is third person for? Yes, third person equal to it. Yes, and we after it put always is. After third persons, we have he, she, it. We put always the verb to be verb is. Okay. Now, present simple we have done. Present continuous. I am cleaning the room and so passive voice, the room is being cleaned. Because it's passive voice, we have to be in the, with ing ending. Next, present perfect. I have cleaned the room and passive voice. Kamilahon, don't sleep. The room have or has? Here, the room has been cleaned. Great. We finished with the present forms. Now, your turn. You should do in the past on your notebooks. Please do it now. You have 7 minutes. The passive, not passive, past forms. Past continuous, past simple, and past perfect. Do it now.